So I'm currently behind the wheel of the 2022 Hyundai Tucson PHEV Limited, and I'm going to take some time to go through the interior of this thing. So starting as I normally do from left to right. Over on the left, you got your window switches, you got your door locks, you've got your rear mirror adjust. Right here, you got your door latch. Up on the bezel of the door, you've got some presets that you can set for the driver's seating position. Tucked down here, you got a fuse box you can unlatch. But up top, you've got a toggle for the lighting level. You can dim it or brighten it up. You've got a button for the rear hatch. You've got traction control off, as well as the button for the fuel door. Moving to the gauge cluster, it is a full digital display. Each drive mode that the vehicle can be put in will change the color scheme of the digital display. So right now I'm in the eco mode. This is snow, smart. There's no real change except for over on the right. You can see the tack changes a bit. Sport, kind of more dramatic, red. You have like a carbon fiber hue on each gauge. And eco is kind of a more fuel efficient-y bluish hue. Now there are 4 different pages that you can cycle through on the gauge cluster. So right now I'm on kind of the information screen. So starting at the top, you've got range. So it showcases how much range you have using just the electric power and the gasoline, and combined, as you can see, 670, down low 76. Drive info, trip, average timer, time since refueling, accumulated info, energy flow, kind of showing where the energy is going, and speedometer. Next, you have a compass. If you are enabling the some sort of navigation destination, it will display here as well. You have another information screen. Those bars on each side of the wheel showcase the different power levels going to each of the 4 corners of the vehicle. So it'll kind of raise and lower, filling it up with like a bluish color. Tire pressures for all 4 corners, and the engine temperature as well. And the first page is kind of a driver information page as well. Tension level, I usually leave it kind of right here or just on the drive info screen. Moving back to the steering wheel, how I was adjusting everything up on the gauge cluster is right here, this page button. It looks like some documents. You push that, cycles through the different 4 pages, and then once you're on a page, this button right here, up and down, will cycle on that page. You also have cruise control options, lane assist options on the right. Over on the left, you've got your talk button, favorites, volume control, tuner knob, mode, talk buttons. On the back of the steering wheel, you have the paddles. So you have down gear, up gear on the right, if should you want to select your own gears. Give you a better look at the steering wheel. Tucked behind the steering wheel is the engine start stop button. And then we have the navigation display. Well, before I get to the navigation display, up top, hazard button, 2 vents. So this is kind of the screensaver of the navigation display. Kind of swiping over will bring you all the app bubbles. So since this is the plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, you have a special PHEV screen. So pushing that will kind of showcase the EV range, energy information, the energy flow, showcasing where the energy's going, charge management, eco driving. Map, navigation menu, phone projection. Once you connect your phone, this is where you'll click for Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Voice memo, climate, valet mode, quiet mode, HD, radio data, radio setup, media, blue link, notifications, and user manual. Usually I just either use Android Auto or leave it on the PHEV screen. Down low, these are all touch sensitive kind of buttons, but they're It's not an actual button, just touch sensitive. So you have a power button, you can turn everything off, volume controls, some quick options to get into certain pages, such as map will pop you right into that, nav, favorites button, media, setup, radio will all pop you in the specific app bubble above. Some more touch sensitive buttons for the HVAC system, showcasing your temperature will display. So right now it's just currently high, but if I bring it down, set it to 82, it's kind of chilly out this morning. All your other HVAC controls throughout will be displayed digitally here, fan control as well, and where you want the air blowing. Tucked below that, you've got USB port over on the left. This is where you would connect for your Android Auto. You've got 12-volt smoker's plug hidden under there. This will light up should you use the charge pad, and another charge USB right here. Coming back from that area, you've got heated and ventilated seats for both the driver and the passenger, 3 levels for each. Right now I have it in the lowest level for the heat. You also have a heated steering wheel button, some hill descent option as well, parking sensors. This is a parking camera, so pushing that will give you different views for the vehicle, around the vehicle. Coming back from there, you've got a locking button for the differential. Will allow you, if you get stuck in any sort of situation. This is the drive mode switch, so toggling this up and down is how I was able to switch between different drive modes. Features an EV and HEV buttons, so this will kind of lock it in its different modes, so you can have it auto, and then you can select which mode you want to be in. Then you have the I guess you could say gear lever is just gear buttons. So you have park, reverse, neutral, and drive. And like I said, if you get it in drive, you want to select your own gears, you can do so on the paddles behind the steering wheel. Then you've got a parking brake latch, as well as the auto hold button should you be at a red light and you want to give your foot a brake. You've got 2 cup holders over to the right, your armrest, which will reveal a relatively deep cubbyhole spot. Passenger side, you've got a glove box. Give you a look at the passenger door. The seats for the rear as well. The front of the cabin gets a sunroof. Kind of finds its way into the rear as well, because this is where the front seat ends, but the rear cabin second row gets some light in as well. Sunroof controls all above. But that is pretty much the interior of the 2022 Hyundai Tucson Limited in the PHEV trim. If there is some options on the interior I didn't go in depth enough on, and you have some questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below, and I would love to find you an answer. Thanks for watching.